Wall tell stories. Reached Golconda. At last we reached Golconda. We were glad that Didi was with us. Didi studies history and we enjoying visiting different places with her. My goodness, this fort is so huge. And see at what a height it is built. Just look, have you ever seen such a huge gate? It must be very heavy. I wonder how many people would be needed to open and close this gate. Look at the sharp iron spokes. I wonder why they were made. Look at these thick walls too. I have never seen such thick walls. At some places, a part of the wall comes out in a round shape. Oh, I wonder why. What did we find inside the fort? I wonder how old this fort would be. Do you think the king built a fort so that he could live here? It was written outside that Qutub Shani Sultans ruled here one after another from 1518 to 1687. Much before that, in 1200, this fort was made of wood, mud, and different rulers lived here. Oh, look, this board has a map of the fort. This map shows so many gardens, fields, and factories. See, there are many palaces also inside the fort. That means that not only the Sultan but many other people like farmers and workers must also have been living here. It must have been a complete town. The Sultan's palace. These steps seem to go on and on. Even in those days, they used to have buildings with 2 floors. Now the buildings is in ruins, but one can imagine that earlier there were many big halls and rooms here. Look at this beautiful carving on the wall. It is so fine. We also saw something like a fountain on one of the roofs. Yes, there were many big tanks and fountains here. They used to be full of water. Wow, what a engineering! Think even today when engineers design houses, sometimes there is dampness in the walls, and here so long ago there were fountains on the terrace. The building must have been made with such good understanding. If we think how the people lived 500 years ago, so many questions to our mind. For example, how was water lifted to such heights? Can you guess? How? Why these attacks? While we were all talking, Sridhar called us to see a big gun. Cannot we ran up the steps? This must have been the Sultan's big gun. This was used by Aurangzeb. His full army came with their guns and cannons to attack, but they could not even enter the fort. For 8 months they camped outside the fort. Why would the army come here all the way from Delhi? In those days, emperors and kings played such tricks. They tried to make smaller kingdoms a part of their own kingdom. This was done sometimes by friendship, sometimes by phylactery, or even by marriage between families. And when nothing else worked, they also attacked them. Why is it that Aurangzeb's army could not get into the fort? He had so many soldiers and big guns. Didn't you see these strong, thick walls in the map? There is a long, deep ditch pit along the wall. How could the army enter? If the army tried to come from a different side, then the soldier is the Bashan would have seen it from a distance. No wonder it was difficult to attack the fort. Imagine the army is coming on horses and elephants with all their guns. Here the Sultan's army stand fully prepared. Shelza. Oh no! How many people and soldiers on both the sides must have been killed in all these fightings? Why do people attack and have wars? Guns and cannons are things of the past now. These days, many countries have nuclear bombs. A single bomb can cause so much destruction. What a sad sight. Talking, whistling and listening to our own echo, we were walking through this mihrab arch. Oh, the breeze feels so cool in the tunnel. It was written that soldiers stayed here. See this board, but look what the wall is like. Oh, think how this wall has seen thousands of years go by. It has seen kings and queens, horses and elephants, war and peace, but we have spoiled it in just a few years. I don't understand what kind of fun do people get in writing their names all over the place like this. Going to museum. After seeing Golconda, the children also went to a museum in Hyderabad. Many old items are kept there. Many things were found when the place around the Golconda was dug, like post jewelry, sword, etc. Oh, why are these broken pieces of pots kept in the almirah? See that small plate made of bronze. That blue piece seems to be made of ceramic clay. It is through all these things that we come to know how people of those times lived, what they used, and what things people of those times lived, what they used, and what things they made. If all this would not have been kept here, how would you know so much about those? Thanks for watching the video.